Today I'm going to show you how to replace the O-rings in a Paslode Impulse Cordless Framing nailer. There's two models of the nailers. This is the older one. It has the brownish black tip. That's usually how you can tell. And it will say IMCT on the label. They both say 900420, but the newer one has an orange tip, and this one does not say IMCT on the back. So they're both relatively the same. The newer one has some features on it, but to change the O-rings is pretty much the same. The new one only needs one of the O-rings. The old one needs both of them. That is why there's two in your kit. If you have the newer one, just use the O-ring that you need and discard the other one, or keep it, whatever. If you have the old one, I'll show you how to replace both of them. For either one, first thing you're going to do, make sure there's no nails in there, no battery, and no gas anytime you work on a tool. So, there's 4 screws up here. They're Allen screws, and you just take them out. I've already loosened these ones up to make it go a little faster. And anytime you take a tool apart, you always want to watch how you take it apart. Be careful with the parts so you don't lose any of the small parts. And some of the parts are spring loaded, so you want to be careful with that. There's also a Phillips screw on each side that you'll need to take out. So once you get this screw out and those out, this is what you're left with. And you can gently pry this apart and get rid of your fuel door and just set that aside for now. There's your cooling fan, little spark plug, all that neat stuff. Now this just pops out, but you want to be careful. I'll show you how to sink it. The blades in here are against the cylinder wall, so you want to be careful you don't bend the blades or scratch the cylinder wall too bad. Now this comes apart. Now this is where both the guns are the same. They both have this O-ring right here, and I just use a dental pick. Get in there, pull this O-ring out, replace it. If you have the new one, you just put it back together then. I usually clean it. They make a special cleaner for this, and just spray it down while I'm in here and give it a good cleaning. Now, if you got the old one like this, you're going to have to do a little more disassembly. You're going to have to take the nose piece off. Again, just 2 Allen screws. So then this just slides off. Now you got 2 more Allen screws that you need to take out. And just be careful when you do this, because this actually separates the gun. So, once you get them out, this whole gun piece will just come off like that. And you can set the handle aside. Now you're left with the cylinder assembly. And what you want to do is take out the 3 Allen screws that hold the cylinder to the plastic case. This whole process takes maybe 5-10 minutes once you do it a couple times. First time, take your time and just get to know the gun. The schematics for it are online, so if you do get lost and don't know where a part goes, it's pretty easy to figure out. Otherwise, just refer back to this video. And if you have to dig this deep in the gun, it's a good time just to clean everything up. I try and do this about once every 6 months if I'm using it heavily. Just it shoots a lot better and a lot more consistent if it's clean. So the clip comes off, and then the orange shell comes off, and you can set that aside. Now you're left with the cylinder assembly. One more O-ring that you need to get to. To do that, set this like this, and these pins right here, just slide right out. But you need to push down on this assembly. So, push down, and sometimes the pins need a little hammer. So, just be careful. punch or a pliers to get the pins out. And once you get the pins out, you're going to want to be real careful because there's two springs right in here. So hold your hand over this and slowly slide this out. And you'll see the spring right there. And you just want to be careful so it doesn't go flying. See how I want to spread out? Take the springs out so that you don't lose them. And right here's your other O-ring. Right at the top here. Now, the reason that the new gun only has one O-ring is because it actually has a piston ring in here to seal this. And this one uses an O-ring. Once again, take your dental pick. Get in there. And just pull that O-ring out. Size it up. And put the new one right on. Pretty simple like that. I like to just put a little lube on the O-ring when I put a new one on. Just some regular grease will work. Not a lot, just a little bit. And what that does is just slide smoother. So, that's it. And then to put it back is just the reverse. So I hope that helps you with your O-ring purchase and get your gun running good as new. Thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message.